Hi everybody, it's the 8th of May. We've just come out for a very short little walk. There's a bit of a street party going on back at the residential area of the campsite at Mayfield Park, but they all seem to be sitting rather too close together. And then there's another one up the end of this little road in Perrott's Brook. Street party going on up there. And the reason there's street parties going on today is because it is 75 years. Is that right? 75 years? Since the victory in Europe. And today was declared a bank holiday by the government. Last year I think they decided on it and changed the bank holiday from May bank holiday at the beginning of the month to this Friday, to celebrate VE Day. I think the idea was that there would be lots of street parties and events going on, and of course, like a lot of things, that's gone by the board, but some people seem to have gone ahead and celebrated anyway. Just hope that in a couple of weeks' time we aren't hearing of lots and lots of people going down with COVID because they went to a street party. Certainly, I don't know about the one at the top of that road just there, but the one that we saw on the park, the people were sitting rather close to each other. We thought we were going to have a wander over, but we didn't fancy it actually. So we've just come for a little walk down the road. I'm not wearing my walking shoes. If I go down, I'll show you what I'm wearing. These are just my walk around the park sort of shoes. So they're not really built for walking out here. There's lots of grit coming through the holes, going underneath my toes. But Carol wants to walk all the way to the bottom of this lane and then back up the other side, which is okay. I won't complain too much. Unless I get something stuck in my foot, and then I will complain lots. Yeah, so it's celebrating. I think there's something going on the radio later on. I think the Queen's giving a speech. I don't know whether that's today.
Yes.
And so there's bits and pieces going on. I think it's all a bit mooted, as everything is. But yeah. So I hope you're all well. I'm catching up with my videos. You'll notice 2 or 3 going up when I get good internet. It's a bit sporadic at the moment because our own internet has run out. Well, I've got 750 megabytes. Don't quite know what's going on there. Even when I'm not using it, it seems to be using a gigabyte a day. Just don't know what's going on there. And there's nobody to ring because they've cut down on the number of staff in the answering centre out in India. And when I did get through to somebody there a while back about things, they couldn't understand anything I was saying and just kept talking nonsense at me. So it was perfectly useless. And so I've given up on it. So we happen to use the Wi-Fi down at the gazebo. Yes, there's something in my foot now. Ow! Down at the gazebo, which is not very fast. It's free, but it's not very fast. So I have to sit there for about an hour and a half to upload a 10-minute video, which a lot of ours seem to have turned out to be recently, doing these walks. That is unless my friend is nearby with his Wi-Fi. He's got unlimited, and if he's nearby, my iPad picks it up and I know his password because he gave it to me. So it whizzes through and gets uploaded. So that's why 2 or 3 get uploaded at a time. Because if he's around, I just keep uploading till he moves off and goes somewhere else. Because he's working around the park. So anyway, it's quite useful. Keep doing a few. Yeah, so here we come down to the junction here at Parrots Brook. We're going to turn right here, down to the main road and back up. So that'll be our little walk out for today. We've not done a lot of walking this last week actually, because I've been up on the roof of the RV finishing that job. Oh look, more bunting. And put up here. So somebody's done the bunting. A lot of homemade bunting. I think they've had again on the internet. You could get instructions for making your own bunting out of some people said plastic bags, old carrier bags and that sort of thing. We weren't about to cut up our carrier bags because we use them for shopping. We're a bit mean. We don't believe in paying 10 pence every time we go shopping for every bag we need. And we're actually gradually not using the plastic ones at all, going over to the canvas ones that we have. So we're getting all earthy and green, aren't we, Carol? Yeah. Well, actually Carol's going salmon pink, but anyway. And the sun's been out. It's been really hot today, but I think we're heading for a cooler weekend and a cooler week next week, I think. But hey, it's been pretty good. And look in the window there. Thank you, NHS. Rainbow on the blackboard. Thank you, NHS. So all sorts of things going on at the moment, isn't there? And people thanking the NHS. Giving thanks for the end of the Second World War, which most of us, of course, don't remember. I'm guessing even the elderly folks on the site that are having the party today probably only vaguely remember it as children. Being 75 years ago, you would be 75 if you were born 75 years ago. You'd be 75 today. So you wouldn't remember anything of it then. And if you were 80, you would only be 5 years old. So barely remember it, if at all. And you'd have to be, I guess, 85 to be 10. So you would have some memory. And sort of 90 to be 15 and be a teenager at that time. So only those who are that age and up would actually have real memories of that time. So here we are, going back up the road. Beautiful views as usual. Horses out in the field. Yes, so they moved the sections, haven't they? Because they were closer to the gate before. They're gradually moving them around that paddock. So they've got a whole lot more field there to use, I think. Gradually. It's quite clever because they sort of pen them into a certain area. And then they eat all the grass in that area. Oh, there's somebody coming to have a look. Maybe to feed them or check on them. And yeah, and then they can move another section and they'll eat all of that. So it's good use of the ground if you've only got limited ground. Right, so that's it for today. Just a little update. We're keeping well, hope you're keeping well. Do subscribe, keep up with our videos. We're settling in here for the long haul, it seems. Boris is making an announcement on Sunday about the road map ahead, but the government are being very careful to tell everybody not to get too excited. There won't be any real immediate changes on Monday. There's the police going by, and so we can't expect to be out of lockdown or anything like that very soon. We've had some discussions about our future, and we'll update you on that when we know. Not quite sure what might happen or not happen. Certainly we're not going travelling anytime soon, so we're kind of thinking about what we're going to do in the short term, and yeah, so we'll let you know a bit more about that when things develop. Okay, so second time I'll say goodbye. I always think of something else to say when I say goodbye. Don't know if you've noticed. Say goodbye, Carol.
Bye, Carol. Bye, Gary.
Goodbye, Gary.